Hello everybody, welcome back. I am super excited to play some Genshin today. We got a lot of exciting stuff to do. So the last time we left off, we found the underground tomb with the, why do I want to call him the Red King? Crimson King? The other guy, the Scarlet King, thank you. I'm like guessing every shade of red that I can think of. Right, the Scarlet King dude, lover. Not like that though. Gosh, I'm really butchering the synopsis right now. We went to the tomb of the Scarlet King and they were like, oh, the Goddess of Wisdom and the Scarlet King were friends after all. What a shock. Also, Goddess of Wisdom, spoiler alert, just used too much of her power and she's a baby now. Crazy, right? Okay. And then we all decided to sit and have a think together about that. Also, the Academia is creating a god of their own to replace Nikita because they don't like her. Alright, Candace, hey! What's up?
We're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
Anything.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
Okay, never mind. I can't say anything. I'm sorry. This is like the one thing I cannot promise you.
We already discussed things a bit.
Oh, without me.
Where have you been?
I was gone for 2 seconds. 2.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Very
we can
well.
start now.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
Okay.
It's worth a try.
Seems like we've got an interesting
The
plan.
point of discussion is to arrive at a solution.
Catch you.
Oh, she's not part of this
Come
plan.
on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say.
Or is
I'll
she?
be careful.
And she's just faking
That's
it.
what I wanted to hear. Take care.
They need more screen time
Well,
together,
traveler,
I think.
Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can
Yes,
tell?
indeed.
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions.
Aww.
And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Well, based on your dialogue, I assume things also went well.
Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know.
Aww.
So you have my trust.
Not gonna make it. Oh, rough. They're like, you went to the
sounds
wrong
good.
side, so we'll just
I'll go
fix
make
that
some
for you.
preparations.
Okay.
Alhaitham!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yes.
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating.
Don't
Our
be
plan
careful.
is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're
Nailed
simply
it.
careful.
But yeah, I feel
hope
like
this
she's
is
very
clear to you.
protective, and I feel like that's more of like her character than being like
Shouldn't you be saying
super
something
tough
more
warrior
cheerful
girl.
to boost her morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
Oh,
In
Paimon,
that
best
case,
cheerleader.
Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do after all.
Okay, alright.
It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Makes sense.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a
right.
mercenary is that
Okay.
I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
Being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
You might get a paper cut.
I'm not like the rest of them.
Who knows?
Even among
I hate
members
the
of the same
moment.
species, some will exhibit far more
I'm not
potential
like
than
other
others.
scholars. Okay.
Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of
Oh
fools.
my gosh, I
I'll take that
cannot.
as a compliment. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins?
King
It
Deshret,
mentioned
right.
forbidden knowledge.
Such a pick-me, for real. Yes,
You
I
have a good
remember.
memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this.
I feel like you should have been.
think
That seems like a
Those
job
mad
hazard.
scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge, the Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
Definitely possible, for sure.
Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may
Yikes.
precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do?
Gotta tell Nahida.
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
She said the key to saving Irminsul is contained within the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord
You mean-
Rukadabada.
It's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole the world forget me thing?
Yes, that.
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they?
I was gonna say, wait a minute,
give
these
them
guys.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see? We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while
Excellent.
the others are
Wow, that
still
helmet
under
is
repair.
flashy. I can't wait for us to not be able to wear it.
Knowledge extraction?
Look here.
Huh? More kid knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into her head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Oh my gosh.
I'm a little scared, but very, very,
Do it, you won't.
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet.
Oh, okay. Alright.
As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The Academia should also have their own copy.
Okay.
And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule.
Me?
Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes.
Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get ready and put on this device.
You want
I do get
us
to wear it?
record our conviction
Amazing.
into the knowledge capsule?
Yes,
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand.
Don't be scared, Paimon,
But
I got
trust me,
this.
Paimon, this is something we have to do. Although it may feel like a trick,
Excellent.
self-encouragement
Love
may
that
be
for
the
us.
most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this.
Oh, we don't even get
We
to
have
see us wearing
orchestrated
it.
our plan and successfully
Such a cool
rescued
helmet,
Lesser Lord
though.
Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything
Okay.
went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements.
Okay.
Now, open your eyes. Here,
What's this?
read it out loud.
Some stirring words have been written on the note. Thank you, alhaitham. Although you don't quite oh,
It's
alright.
done.
I don't know what I don't understand.
Is
What a
your head
fascinating
okay?
experience.
Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects. Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is
Oh my gosh,
nothing
wait, there's
short
a
of
huge
absolute
chest
truth.
off in the distance, over to the right.
Imagine
I
if
need
you've
to go
been
get
using a
that.
device like the Akasha since the day you were born. And this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that
This is
time,
like a very
do you think
sci-fi,
you've
like
become?
they're controlling all the knowledge that you get your entire life type of story. I really like
a
it.
slave to orders, and that's why rules are so
So
important.
creepy.
In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting.
Ooh.
Things you're interested
Spicy.
in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
You can head to Caravan Rebot and start
Oh, good.
preparing for the next step.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
Plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
Ooh.
I've given it a lot of thought. And in the end, I still can't agree to it.
Yikes.
Still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture. and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the
He's
danger
mad.
behind these so-called advantages. Alhaitham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
This doesn't sound
My
good.
friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Cyno?
Traveler,
Right, the
paimon.
ways of the desert.
This is also something you should know.
Yes.
Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Okay.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Reebok would never let so many
True,
unregistered
true.
members of the Eremites enter.
That also sounds like something Alhaitham told you.
He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Cyno and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase.
Yes.
I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points.
Okay.
It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree.
You may even need
Casualties
to
are
die. Who
inevitable
knows?
once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless
Insane,
laws of our own. I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect.
Aww.
They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I can help. I know what I'm doing.
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Cyno, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on.
You need to follow the plan. No
So?
more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Aw.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
Aw,
The guards
cute.
should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations
Wow.
on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Reebok.
Ah, of course,
All
of course.
right.
Mahamatra
Good lie, I
Sana's
like it.
order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our
Is he not your
superiors.
superior?
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain El Akmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors
Oh.
as soon as possible.
Wow, we're
And
actually
treat it
doing
as
that.
a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Okay, alright. Really going all out for
Because
this.
this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're
That was like the
still
flattest I trust
This
you.
whole thing has Paimon scared stiff. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra?
That would
Even
be
if that guard doesn't
concerning.
know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
No,
The
I don't
Caravan
remember. You guys
Reebok
didn't.
operation
Okay,
is of
here we go.
great importance.
Flashback.
But don't worry. The guards there shouldn't know that Cyno has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Cyno has left, which proves that the
Ooh.
Academia has been covering up the
Academia,
matter.
super embarrassed
Second,
about it.
this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention, no matter how you look at it. They don't seem interested in sharing the news of Cyno's departure.
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha
Oh, I
is
can
still in
picture right
operation.
now.
So I
Just
must
the
remain
drawing
on high
someone
alert.
made of Cyno and Alhaitham in their get along shirt.
Actually,
when you first came to Aru village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha.
This is true.
It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But
Which
things
was a
like that
bummer.
never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
Because I'm so unpredictable. Never let your enemies
That's
know your
true.
next move.
But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and
And I'm
analyzing
super
entered
illogical.
data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Our thoughts and logic have intermingled
Gotta
and
keep 'em
weaved
on their
themselves
toes.
together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another.
Oh, potentially.
The Akasha
Like
lacks
it hasn't
data on these
already
interactions,
happened.
and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data.
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped by the past.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here.
Yep,
I'm
it's
the
us.
security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembarba.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me. The construct next to her is for her work.
The construct.
Construct. Beep.
Paimon.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun.
Oh, thank you.
And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Yes, it's very
Have
realistic.
you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation.
Oh, thank you, sir.
In 2 days, we will engage Ramon's Eremites.
He's so
and
serious.
capture
I feel
all
like
of
they
them.
need to work in more of his, like, weird
Any
little
questions
jokes
about
that
the
he
time or
supposedly
location?
tells.
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, mercenaries.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all
Feels
due to the
amazing.
absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power.
Yeah,
Get
we
ready.
are.
We will move out in 2 days.
Okay. I hope you had fun tonight, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.